My name is Micah Perkins. I'm an Associate Professor of Biology here at Owensboro Community Technical College. Well, this is the Virginia Miles Nature Area, and it's about 18 acres behind the main campus at Owensboro Community Technical College. And it was established, first came about in 1991. I think the first meeting and first management and planting was actually in 1992. And this natural area came together from the work of the employees, but also many people from the community associated with the Davis County Audubon Society, Joe Ford, a city commissioner. So a lot of different people were involved, not only the employees here, but also the community.
My name is Randy King. I work for OCTC with the maintenance program. I've been given the job of taking care of the wildlife area. It's one of those jobs, it's not really a job when you love it. My main job out here is to try to propagate the plant species. People love wildflower beds. I got the idea when I seen the state of Kentucky putting them in the medians of interstate highways. We've received several government grants to pay for these flowers. As you can see, all the flower species that we have here are native to Kentucky at one time or another. We have the yellow coreopsis, the painted daisies, and the red corn poppies. Of course, people that are familiar with flowers will know the bachelor buttons. In the old day, that was the wedding flower. We have daylilies. This is more or less a conglomeration. By mixing these flowers in, we hope to have a flower blooming pretty much all summer long. We do this for the public's enjoyment, but also for the butterflies and for some of the bird species that depends on these flowers. When these flowers dry up, they provide a lot of seed for the different bird species, small mammals. We've tried to maintain an area as a permanent flower bed. These flowers come back year after year, which doesn't cost us any money. If you'll notice that we have a few apple trees planted down along through here. I encourage students to pick them off whenever they're bearing, but they're planted here mainly for the deer. One of those things that maybe we've done too well, because the deer have no fear. They will come up this close to the main campus and eat. Most of the plants in this bed here are deer resistant. It has been a problem out here. Some of the hosta type plants, when I set them out, the deer mow them off just as fast as I can put them in the ground. That's all right, they'll come back. We have certain plants that the deer don't seem to have any taste for at all. By planting certain areas like this, we're hoping the public will come out and enjoy.
Kind of consider one of the crown jewels of our campus. Of course, we got great education going on here, but with the natural area, this is kind of the outdoor education. It's called the Virginia Miles Nature Area, but it's also called different names from an outdoor classroom for our students, for our faculty, for our staff, and also for younger students K through 12. And called an outdoor classroom, also the wildlife refuge, natural area. But what it represents, there are a lot of different kind of small representation areas that are found here, from our larger lake to smaller wetlands, kind of a forest area, the oak savanna, prairie areas, the woodland edges, kind of mowed areas too, for some of the birds to be foraging. A great diversity of different species, from all your different wildlife species, from your plants. Really great, really important for birds and bird migration from a lot of the warblers and vireos. If you can also hear now a lot of the birds calling in spring, it's a pretty exciting time. Different mammals have been spotted here before, from of course white-tailed deer, muskrat, coyotes, possum, raccoon, really a plethora of small mammals that inhabit these fields as well, from voles, mice, rabbits, and over the years I hear quail occasionally, so getting back to some of the bird diversity. With the wetland and the lake and the area, good amount of amphibians, frogs and toads, and we also have a good number of diversity of reptiles, including some lizards and skinks, and also some of my favorites, actually some of the different snakes. I've recorded the black king snake here, rat snake, garter snake, and some of the water snakes that occur here, the Midland water snake and also state protected copper belly water snake. So this is a really great natural area. It's surrounded by agriculture. There's the Jackson Bottoms to the side, so it's not an island in itself, so what is surrounding it also makes it important.
Michael, one of the interesting things that I find about our wildlife area is that it not only involves the biology classes. We've used people from the ATC building, Danny Mosley, Randy Crow, and Michael Gore in the construction of this arch that you see above us. They were responsible for the design of the arch and the construction. Steve Holman from our downtown campus was responsible for the concrete work. That just goes to show you that all assets of the college can be used for the betterment of our wildlife area. You may notice these crabapple trees here behind the arch. 8, 9 years ago, we had a lot of brush growing on the dam of our pond, which the conservation people recommended that we remove. When we did, it happened to scatter the rootstock of that crabapple tree all up and down. All these trees that you see here are saplings that I've dug up and moved, transplanted. They provide an enormous source of food for the birds in the wintertime, and plus being beautiful in the spring. People ask me why we don't mow this area off back here. We have planted this grass specifically for wildlife. In the wildlife area, we have 3 varieties of grass, big blue stem, little blue stem, and Indian grass. Fish and Wildlife has come to find out that fescue is one of the hardest plants there is on wildlife as far as carrying toxic enzymes. We've gone back to this grass, which requires a yearly burning. When you burn the grass off, you kill out all the other weed seeds, and this is the grass that was growing whenever Boone was here. We've tried to recreate, stay with native species. As you can see here, our apple trees, this is the 3rd year for the apple trees. These trees were donated from the electrical class in their scrap metal, and John Schroeder, the electrical teacher at the time, donated that money so that we were able to purchase 5 apple trees and 2 pear trees. They provided an immense food source for our wildlife.
I think it very much, they're really excited to get out and just to give them that overall personal connection with nature. This day and age, I think sometimes we lose that overall connection that, from my classroom, I can walk out here in 5 minutes and get my students, kind of engrossed in over different aspects of what's going on in plant ecology with my botany, identifying the trees. For my ecology class in zoology, there's bluebird houses out here. We look at some of the nesting ecology of those birds, and many do appreciate it. We get out here and there's sometimes bugs and ticks and it's a little hot and sweaty, but most of them appreciate it to get out here and actually see what nature is. It's a little different than just seeing the tree in the book or on the internet, but actually putting that leaf in your hand, feeling what it is, like that texture. Many appreciate it and want to get outside. I hear students ask me, hey, can we go out to the nature area? And when times we have to stay inside, but they're really excited about it overall.
Right now we're in the considered to be the woods part, the forest part of the OCTC nature area. These trees were set out approximately 10 to 12 years ago. The trees were donated by the Forestry Service. We've set out redwood, or redbud, ash, oak, cypress. We have several varieties here, but they were all native to this area. This provides a cover, a sanctuary for a lot of the birds of prey, wildlife, the turkeys, the deer. We have trouble setting plants out back here because the deer find them pretty palatable. Of course, when you set plants into a nature area, that's going to be one of the problems you have to expect. The hostas, they seem to prefer them. They've left the ferns alone pretty well. We're trying to establish a trail here marked by ferns that will lead people through the little trail that we have through the woods area.
Our natural area is open from dawn till dusk, and you see a lot of different people out here, enjoying the trails. And just for overall for our community, for education, for K-12 groups, there was an 8th grade class came out here before, and we have a nature day that we bring out 4th graders every year, about 100 of them, for overall education and just for the community. Some people don't know this is out here, and they come out here and enjoy, and they're really excited. Hey, I didn't even know this was actually here. So if you want a little more solitude and not like a paved trail to walk on, this is really something to enjoy, and not running into too many people overall.